Phone home, shotgun, see the style, see the stilts. I drunk a new pageant, still styles, AILs in the
Greater
house,
life.
boom, still drums, Irish. The style is boom, boom, in my tone, fully palm, has style is boom, 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 big calypso,
Greater
style, it's stylish, lyrics, serious, grandma style. I am here, been here for a while.
Come on,
I'm down with
ready.
you, the Jessa style. Jesus. It'll be sad if I go using somebody's old style. Well, since I'm old, I'll collaborate a new style from my old pal, from my new file, from before you were born styles. Ethereal writer, meeting him in the air, on my air.
Greater life.
Sickle air, heirloom stylist with the stylist.
Get over here.
E-T, A, B, C, and say phone home. Shotgun, see the style, see the stilts. I drunk a new pageant, still styles, AILs in the house is not a home where home is stylish, furnished, jaw where the heart is. Goom, goom, still drums, Irish. The style is goom, goom, in my tone. 4-leaf palm has style is goom, 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 big calypso and style. It's stylish, the risk is
Greater life.
I am here, been here for a while. I'm down with you, the Jessa style.
Still go to work. My style
All by the ocean.
It'll be sad if I go.
All by the ocean. He done lost the bet. He done lost the bet and ain't got no money. He pulling out old $100 bills. Oh, I'm talking about so old. They he pulled them off of somebody's wall where they had it for antiques. All by the ocean. You lost the bet. They know who I'm talking to. Y'all may not know. They know who I'm talking to. They know who I'm talking to. Greater light. Let me get this party started right. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind like the unfolding flower of life, like the coiling of the so-called Fibonacci code. That ain't no Fibonacci code. That's an old byte code. Uh, that's an old byte Eleuthera code. They taking steel names, that same swirl you find at the top of a conch shell, where you can take and slice just a little sliver off the top and see that Eleuthera code swirling around in a conch shell, and you can blow in it and get a sound that will travel from here to Africa. My mind unfolds in perfect sequence like that. It's in the DNA. Unfolds in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God has provided the perfect solution before my mother's mama's womb. Before my mother's womb was created, I was already thought of. Before she even knew my name was already sitting in darkness with God when he said, "Let there be light." That's written. The Bible say, cause the Bible tells me, so they want to believe everything else That man say they'll put their life on it that the earth flat and ain't been above and beyond to see whether it is or not. Huh? My mind ain't flat. My mind is not flat. Flat is for flat line, and flat is a death symbol. Flat line. Flat line. Take that message to your flat masters. Flat is a symbol of death. Flat line. I never heard them say nothing about no spherical line when you on the table and they gotta resuscitate you. But when you flat lining, talk about they don't use flat earth symbols. The whole UK, United Kingdom symbol is a flat earth symbol. Talking about flatliners. God, my mind unfolds in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because God created the perfect solution within my DNA. My cells are round. Huh? Your cells aren't even flat. Huh? Let's talk about flat. Flatliners. The perfect solution within your DNA to remind you that you are a native to the kingdom of heaven. That God is on the way, that it's real. Y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on. Even my mama, she don't want to talk about it. She want to talk about the good things. She ready for God to come. But she don't want to talk about the stuff about the left behind. She don't want to hear nothing about that left behind stuff. She's like, I don't want to think about that stuff. Okay. Just stop telling people all these good stories. They need to hear about what's going to happen if you get left behind. Uh, Elon got a plan. He got a plan. Trump say he got a plan. Trump say he got a plan. Christians, if you a real Christian, you ain't going to have to worry because you ain't going to be here to vote no more. But for those who going to be left behind, for those, they got sulfur plants. Y'all ain't see that new. Y'all see the drone? Y'all ain't seen the drone that they got going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. They the same people. Y'all ain't seen the drone dropping flames of sulfur. My mama said, I'm down with her. My mama said this morning, she said, I've been saying it lately. I know I used to say it to you, but I've been saying it. Jesus, hurry up. Come on. What you waiting on? What's taking so long? Come on. Ride on, King Jesus. That's right. Huh? You see everything unfolding and you feel like you want to be down. You want to take a vote. You want to vote on who GOG team you want to be on. And then she mentioned just what I've been teaching. Just what I've been talking about. Fear. There was a point there used to hear me say, there's no fear in the Lord. God is not a God of fear. Yeah, we know that God didn't create fear for us to be afraid of man or afraid of the devil. But there should be a fear in the promises that God has for those that are wicked. You know, you can listen to some people talk and try to teach and be on a certain level when they teach about things like fear. And it's like I could just imagine a whole pile of wicked evildoers that would sit in awe listening to that. Like, yes, no, we don't have to have no fear in the sin that we're doing. We're rapists and murderers. We don't have to worry about repercussions. We don't have to worry about repercussions because this is a simulation and we are the most powerful thing that exists. And there is nothing that is going to, we're not nowhere going to be punished or executed or traumatized for the things that the harm that we have caused on this realm. There's no such thing as karma. I could just imagine them sitting in a flat line environment thinking that there is no repercussions for the sins. And as I spoke to my mother, I reminded her too. I don't know how she took it. She could let it keep going over her head if she wanted to. I said, like I tell the little bitty grands, a little sin, you could think the smallest secret that you have that has bonded somebody for years and think that's different than somebody who done killed thousands of people or hundreds of people or just two or three people in the most horrific way. You can act like that's different and it's not. No sin will enter the kingdom of heaven. None, none. And only God is the judge of all of that. So it's best for you to be right, walk right, be born again. Be born again. Things that you know in your heart is wrong, walk away from it. Because believe me, they got all type of probes and stuff they don't want to kill you. They even try to figure out how to keep the stillborn to renew their consciousness. That's in Congress. That's in Congress laws. That's in Congress laws. Y'all, I'm still at the last bit of recovery. Y'all see what recovery looks like. This is what recovery looks like. This is what recovery looks like. Okay. I'm not going to be here long and all drawn out. But let me play one of my tribute songs that I created last night. Let me play that. Let me play that first. Now let's see if they're going to let it play nicely. They ain't going to mess with it. Let's go. Ready? Look at it. It's messing up.
Mommy is Joseph in heaven.
Standing still in time when you return to heaven. Boom, the twins stood as witnesses when you went up, 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 up and away. Boom, boom, about time as relentless when you left me standing away. Still standing in that space in time when you return to heaven through time. Still standing in that space and time when you return to heaven through time. Standing still in that space in my heaven, waiting for your return from 9/11. 9/11, 9/11, 9/11. Standing still in time when you return to heaven. Twins stood as witnesses when you went up, 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 up and away. Boom, boom, out time as relentless when you left me standing away.
when you left me standing that way. Still standing in that space and time. When you returned to heaven, you went to prepare that place. So hear your loved one shout, we are ready in the kingdom. Come to heaven where you left me standing in 9/11. 9/11, 9/11, 9/11. Ooh, bring the kingdom, come to heaven where you left me standing. When you left me standing that way, where you returned to heaven. From 9/11, 9/11, 9/11.
Yeah. Of course they gonna act funny with this video, ain't they? Aren't they?
The twins stood as witnesses when you went up, 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 up the way. Boom.
Now that version that you hear is not my preferred version. My preferred version is the one that's playing with this video, but I had 4 versions. I had 4 versions, and the one that rang with me the most was the one that I uploaded yesterday. So that's that. Let me remove that. Let me remove that. So my mother again this morning, she was like, "Come on, ride on King Jesus, huh?" And I got all the songs. I got all the songs that's telling even the one that I created for my grands the other day about them being the light. And I say, y'all uncle went to prepare a place, huh? Y'all uncle went to prepare a place. And it's about time. It's about time. Boy, I want to show that fire coming down from heaven, from them drones, tearing up the place, melting stuff like it ain't nothing. Now, I told y'all in Federal Register, they've been putting out some information about sulfur, and it looked strange to me, and they still pushing it out. And when you see sulfur in the Federal Register. You see sulfur in Revelations a couple of times. Now, here's some information for those who have been with me for some years, like Tai. Uh, People who know, like Chief Engineer Dushwa, that time when they went probing and knocked that diamorphous off track. And I told y'all, I say, when they finish with knocking that thing off track, that thing gonna come back with a vengeance. They was trying to probe that egg, and I made a whole big thing about it. I recorded on it for 2 days. Well, now they got the thing, NASA saying they have made the first man-made asteroid meteorite type atmosphere. And they talk about that's supposed to hit in like some 30 years from now. No, it ain't. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I told y'all exactly when they hit it, how long it was going to be for the repercussion for that comeback. Huh? Boy, you would have to go find the video for that one. I'm not going to find the videos for when I did that. 2022, they went probing that egg. and talking about he knocking it off track. And before all this stuff happened with it, their experiment, I had already figured through experimental processes of my mind what would be the repercussions of that, them hitting that. And here it comes. That's not prophecy. That's a matter of math. And I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. All right. So now what do I want to do today? Like I said, I'm not gonna be here long. I don't intend on being here long, but some keep telling me to read this. I pulled it out the other day and changed my mind, and now I'm at it again to read the why, the I, and not the why. Why? Only a few know what this is or where I got it from. Uh, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it, and it's significant for this day. It gotta be because it's all the years that I had it. I've never read it online. And when I pulled it out the other day, I put it right back. And I even put it in the title and it changed my mind. The letter I is the ninth letter of the English alphabet. Some people may be like, what does this have to do with the end of the world? What does this have to do with Revelation? The letter I is the ninth letter of the English alphabet. And being most of your languages are being taught to you through this language, the ancient ones also put a protection over you. We call it 9I or the iron principle. As the ninth letter, this is the ninth month, the 911, the 9II, the 911. As the ninth letter is I, for the first person singular, you, the ego, to distinguish our order from others who may use the standard spelling with a Y, we replaced it with the I. You may or may not know that the Y was derived from the Latin alphabet, the alphabet of the Romans, who in turn derived it directly from the Greek alphabet, who call Egypt or Egyptus, meaning blacks, who borrowed it from the Semitic letter Yod, which is an E sound. E. In modern times, now the original black woolly haired Egyptians worldwide are becoming conscious of their identity. They have changed the meaning from what all original encyclopedias and dictionaries translated Egyptos as burnt black or black faced, when the Greek New Testament, going into the Bible, gives the meaning of ahiguptis, of uncertain derivation, double straights. Now we down to the double straights. It's only one place on earth that is considered a double straight. So this is the origins. Borrowed from Old Testament word meaning Misraim, Genesis 10:6, meaning double straights or a land of the two rivers. They took the definition burnt from the word kemet, which was derived from kamit, borrowed from the Semitic word ham or ham, meaning burnt black. These are the Hamites, children of Ham, son of Noah, where they get their biblical concept that the Egyptians are the Mizraimites, as found in the Torah. This information is in the Bible and in the Torah. Genesis 10:6. And they claim migrated westward and settled there. They also have taken several other names from the book of Genesis, chapter 10, and added those names to the adjoining lands across the eastern and northern coast of Africa. They claim that Cush of the Bible, which also means black and is translated as Ethiopians, were those people. The name Cush was found in Genesis 2:13, first as Ethiopia, confirming these people were black, and that foot in the Bible, Genesis 10:6, which today is called Libya, are those people. This was the way that the Romans, the Greeks, and the Phoenicians, who became stock of the Hebrews, or Hebrew or Hibiru, to way that the Romans, the Egyptians, better known as Heka, Kasut, or Hyksos, shepherd kings, propagated their religious beliefs and falsely established themselves in a land that predated their doctrine to give themselves validity. They inserted themselves in Egypt in the Bible when in fact they are no records of their writings or their existence on the walls or the tablets of all of the pyramids on earth. My bad. My bad. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. They settled themselves in Egypt in the Bible when in fact there are no records or writings of their existence on the walls or tablets of any pyramid on earth. When in actuality, people of higher learning and intellect inhabited those Egyptian long before Phoenicians, Canaanites, Hittites, Romans, or Greeks ever visited, and the pyramids predate Semitic cultures that bred Judaism, which bred Christianity, and which in turn bred Islam. Now, they need to derail this reality. This is where we at right now. They did all that. Now we need to derail this reality for fear of the spiritual link to the ancient ones. So they say it was taken from ancient Egyptian term hikkapta, house of the spirit, or hetkata, which was the original name of Memphis, one city in the whole of Egypt. And in that, they make a mistake. For the word for spirit name in Egypt is Ka, and the Ta is earth, making the original name of Memphis Hetkata, the house of the spirit of Ta. Ta. The deception and the trick will not work nowadays, not anymore. The I was changed into a Y. As for the English letter I is derived from the Latin letter called iota. The Semitic name of the sign of Yod is the sacred hand, which is derived from the Greeks, who took it from the Semitic writing system. And this Hebrew letter Yod, which was the 10th letter, is taken from the beak of Tehuti, being the system. Now we're into the system. And this Hebrew letter Yod, which is the 10th letter, I'm reading again, is taken from the beak of Tehuti, being the Ibris bird, taken from monotheistic religions back in ancient Egypt. Now, let me tell you something about the Ibris bird. The Ibris bird was taken over in flight to the museum pyramids, but all the museums and pyramids on this land, the Ibris bird is original to this side of Earth. It is original bird of Florida, and the coast of South Carolina and the Louisiana coasts, and all down around those islands that was trenches and drenches were dug. I just thought some should know that because a lot of people don't know that. Those birds we saw growing up, flamingos and things like that, those original birds that are on the walls, they didn't have no, what you call it, peacocks over there. They didn't have peacocks over there. And that's one thing. Peacocks can't even fly lengthy like that. Did you know flamingo can walk on water? Did you know the Ibris? You don't know nothing about them Floridian birds, but that's neither here or there. There's only one place on earth that's double straight. Uh, there's only one place on earth called a glass window. Uh, and it is the heart. That's why it's in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. There's no coincidences. Uh, but let me continue. As you know, when you say Semitic languages, you are left to believe that it's speaking about Hebrew and Arabic, when in fact it predates these dialects of the original cuneiform, Demotic, Akkadian, Ugaritic, and later bred Aramic and Syriac, the mother and father of your biblical languages, which became our Arabic or your Hebrew. So, in actuality, the original letter Yod of Hebrew and Arabic was taken from the original I of cuneiform of Nuwapic, the original name of the spoken and written script cuneiform, which symbol was in actuality an I. As you see, the word I, the letter Y, is trapped between two E's. For there is another letter in the Semitic languages that have the same sound. E is called, and it is called Ayin in Hebrew, the Ayin in Arabic, which is the initial sound of the tone Om. Om. The Ayin is also used in Sanskrit symbol for Om. It symbolizes seeing is not believing, but rather seeing is knowing. Hearing is believing. The all-seeing eye. I just need to read that one more time. The I in, the I in you is also used in Sanskrit symbol for Om. It symbolizes seeing is not believing, but rather seeing is knowing. Hearing is believing. The all seeing eye, the one. In our revelations, we use letter I instead of Y. I is the ninth. I am. Uh, as my Father is. I am the light. I am the salt of the earth. I and my Father are one. I am a child of the kingdom of heaven. I am native. I am. I am in. I is the ninth letter, and it better suits who you are. Being nine is the highest. I 911. I 1 1. That's the three. That's the triad that they've been waiting on all this time. That's the Trinity. Nine. I 1 1. Huh? All right. I just felt I had to read that. I don't know if that's going to benefit anyone, but again, I have had this paper in my possession for since 2012. Since 2012. I've had this paper in my possession since 2012 and have never felt the need to share it or read it online. It was part of my gift pack. It was part of my gift pack. It was part of my gift pack. And I finally today, there's a purpose and a reason. There's a purpose and a reason. To everything there is a season at a time for every purpose under the heaven. All right. I was gonna do some reading from Revelations, but I don't think I'm gonna do it right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this little Federal Register scroll before I go work. Before I go work. Let me tell you, my position getting very interesting. I was offered more money with a schedule that suits the way I like to work, right? And when I read the terms and researched the particular federation, because at first I was like, oh man, this is perfect. And I said, see, they trying too hard. They trying too hard. They trying to trap me. They trying to see what it is I will fall for, or what I would do or wouldn't do. And that right there, honey, that's something I'm uh no, no, no. I said thank you for the opportunity, but no thank you. No thank you. I'd rather be down to the pennies. I cannot be bought. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Uh, all right. Let's see here. Federal Register. Again, I wanted to go and show, but it's to me just to see those drones melting the trees like that is a little graphic. Oh, I'm gonna have to show y'all the sulfur. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go to Revelation to show you the. Okay, let's look at some of this stuff they got going on here. Am I sharing the screen or I'm just sharing me? All right. Look. Um. Look at this one right here. Tell me what neutron research have to do with summer school programs. Neutron research. What does that have to do with the summer school programs? Ooh, neutron research. They coming for the kids in the summer school program. I remember summer school program was exciting because of the little peanut butter sandwiches. They had the best peanut butter sandwiches. the government sandwiches and the fruits, and you playing all day, and summer school programs was you read these summer school programs, y'all better read in detail which summer school programs you sending your children to for those who plan to be. The Bible says that's going to happen. There's going to be people leading their children. Listen what this say: neutron research, information management systems, and summer school applications. Uh-uh. What else? What else they got here? Did I explain to y'all about the Iron Dome? That's what I was going to come on here yesterday and explain what the Iron Dome is when Trump keeps talking about the Iron Dome. So the biosphere programs is their domes. And I think United States has close to 300 biosphere programs. And the one the land between the two lakes just came up recently. That's in Kentucky. The land between the two lakes came up recently because Trump took that one off of um the Worldwide Biosphere Association. Now, in these biosphere programs, people can go and live in these biosphere systems. If you want to live off the land, you are eligible as a United States citizen to go and live on these biosphere reserves. But they're not going to say that to y'all out loud. They're not going to say it to you. They're going to have you thinking you have to go and either be eligible to live on the reserves set aside for the Indians, what they call Indians, or you have to purchase a property that has been in your family for so long. And those property purchases are at risk right now because NASA has purchased so much real estate of the United States. Now, do you see the connection of Elon actually getting this position that's supposed to be given to him? And when this position is given to him and they remove Trump after Trump gets approved as president, and then they put the charges that they're going to put on Trump, the position that Elon Musk has, no matter who takes office, SpaceX, Tesla, and NASA will be able to run the government of the United States based on the position that Elon Musk has or will have. And this is a fail proof initiative between both parties that is predicted. That's why Elon is not going to invest his money in a failed prediction. Elon Musk would not have invested that much money into Trump if he knew that Trump was going to lose. And for him to make himself to be entitled to a position that once Trump wins, even if Trump wins, the judge that's going to have to put the um, charges on Trump, whoever is going to take over office, then it doesn't matter who's going to take over office. Elon's position is what you call it, guaranteed. And the reason why I mentioned that is because of the biosphere projects that they have going on, the amount of property owned by NASA, and then all of the things connected to Tesla and Elon Musk, and things like, let me show you. Let's go to the 17 rules. These equipments that they use to induce into unconscious people when people are unconscious, like the equipment that y'all saw in the Matrix to keep people from, like keep them comatose. All these things are in the new, like they're updating. See this right here? Home intravenous immune globulin items, and it would look like it's just geared towards people who are homebound and sick and need intravenous, but it's a mass program, like for the masses. Look at this. I just mentioned the trio. There's the trio program. Custody of penal. Now they going into the prisons. Look at this. Let me read this. Medicare and Medicaid programs, hospital outpatient prospective payment, and ambulatory surgical center payment systems, quality reporting programs, including hospital inpatient quality reporting program, health safety standards, obstetrical services in hospitals. That's for babies, critical access, prior authorization, request for information, Medicaid and the CHIPS Act, continuous eligibility, Medicaid clinic services, four walls exceptions, individuals currently or formerly in custody of penal authorities, revision for Medicare special enrollment period, formerly incarcerated individuals. Livestock, poultry markets, they've been having a rash of salmonella going through chicken and eggs. Port License, Texas, Brotherhood of Locomotive. I'm bored with this. I was going to go through and again show the see the devices, how they toxicology devices, classification of blood collection device for cell-free nucleic acid, special controls, gastro te- gastroenterology, urology devices, endoscopic pancreatic debri- debridement device, codified Venezuelan sanctions, pesticides. Yeah, I'm done. I will go find something mentally relaxing. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start it on here. Do a little omen, a little meditation, and then I'm gonna go on with my day because everybody see what's going on, and I share it and I laugh, you know, and not because I mean, because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that's seeing it, and then because I'm excited at times that I know that the return is so near, and I keep asking what more can I do or say to help others be prepared, but because my voice is so small, I feel like I'm not a help, but I can only do what I'm led to do, in the way that God leads me to do it. And that's all I could say. That's all I could say to that. Uh, and maybe I will sit here and read some Revelation. Let me read some some Revelation. Maybe that's what I'll do. I love this. I love what I do. I love coming on here and reminding people that God is on the way and that He left a code in your DNA to remind you of who you are and where you come from, and where you're supposed to return. That this land was not made for you and me. This land wasn't made. Some of us, we know for sure that we are alien to this planet. We are alien to this planet. I'm alien to this planet, because the Bible tells me so. And because I was able to rightly divide the word of truth through all my years of studying, rightly divide where they lie and where they tell the truth, and which, like Luke say, look, I'm gonna let you know right now. Y'all, they got biography and they got theology and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you my opinion. You had Peter that would say, no, Paul. Paul would say things like, yeah, this ain't really the rules of the church. This is just how I feel. So we're supposed to be able to rightly divide what the word of truth is. And he left codes and signs and symbols in your flesh and blood so that you would know. They left codes in the way your hair coils. He left codes for those who still have the remnants of the 12 fingers. That no matter how they tried to get rid of it, some of us, our families still have those signs. I just saw somewhere that there's a land of people in Africa that got two toes. They did the whole tribe. All they have is two toes. Uh, two toes. Their people was not native to this land. They not native to this land unless they're natives to the ostrich. The ostrich have two toes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if you want to be ready when they come back, when God comes back, when the clouds unroll, uh, preparing His entrance, you want to believe that you don't have to believe it, but it's gonna happen. The clouds are gonna unfold and unscroll, preparing His entrance, and the trumpets are gonna sound. Mm. And Gog and Magog, they're gonna try to. They think they're gonna attack. They try to send out all kind of little warnings to y'all. Now I saw something. I think it might have been false media, but they say in some states the police officers are handing out pamphlets in regards to being prepared for UFO, or for UFO cover, so people could be scared. That's the type of fear, the difference of the fear. need to fear what these people got planned, what they're saying that's in the federal government that they're going to do. And then you have them same flatliners that tell you, you don't need to fear that stuff. That's what they want you to do. But they went to the military to fight for those things and still getting paid. They still get a check. They ain't turned down that check they get every month that they sit on because they fought for some of the things that the government said that they was going to do to people all them years ago, and they still doing. Let me get off of here because I'm just rambling just to be rambling. But I'm glad to be in the house of the Lord one more time. This house. Whose house? God's house right here. And whatever they tried to do to get me to go to some ER didn't work. Whatever frequencies they sent to try to make me think that I was going to go to some ER, because to this day, I'm still that one where Biden said they will seek out that one that didn't get jabbed up, that one that didn't get stuck, because Jesus is my mask. Jesus is my vaccination. Jesus. Jesus. Greater light, greater light. I appreciate those who come by. Remember, your mind can be God's minds too. It's written. It's written. Your mind is God's mind. Reflect divine wisdom and divine intelligence. Let your brain symbolize the capacity to think wisely and spiritually, and know that God is on the way. And this earth is going to be cleansed. New earth. A place where time will be no more. There'll be no need for sun. Not that sun out there. Not the one that he spoke into existence. Let there be light, and then there was. Greater light.
You'll be sad if I go and use somebody's old styles old. How old? I'm old, so I'll collaborate with style from my old pal, from my new style before you were born. Style 16.7 billion, loving life, cold style is the starlight, light of the world. Stylist. Ethereal writer, meeting him in the air, on my air, in their hair, coil DNA, sickle air, heirloom stylist with the stylist and a phone. ETABC phone home, shotgun, see the style, see the stilts. I drunk a new pageant, still styles, AILs in the house is not a home where home is stylish, furnished, where the heart is. Goom, still drums, Irish. The style is goom, in my tone. Fully palm hat style is goom, big calypso and style. It's stylist, the risk is serious. Grandma style, I am here, been here for a while. I'm down with ya, Judah, Jessa style. Jesus. It'll be sad if I go using somebody's old style. Well, since I'm old, I'll collaborate a new style from my old.
I decided to show it. I decided to show it, y'all. Here we go.
Ethereal writer, meeting him in the air, on my air, in their hair, coil DNA, sickle air, heirloom stylist with the stylist and a phone. ETABC and say phone home, shotgun, see the style, see the stilts. I Adjunct a new pageant, still styles, AILs in the house is not a home where home is stylish furniture, where the heart is goom, goom, steel drums, Irish, the style is goom, goom, in my tone, 4-leaf palm has stylist, boom, 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 they call it, so in style, it's stylish, the risk is serious, grandma style, I am here, been here for a while, I'm down with ya, Judah, just a style, Jesus.
Still goes right. My style is
It'll be sad if I go using somebody's old style. Well, since I'm old, I'll collaborate a new style from my old pile, from my new file, from before you were born style. If I go using